Hey guys, this is my Pats versus Eagles review. I was debating most of the afternoon, what to say, because obviously for everyone who's watched the game or is a fan of the Pats knows that the Eagles beat us at home. It was just a shocking performance in general. Just so fucking annoying. Like, I was watching the game and to start off, so we went up by 2 touchdowns. We were winning 14-0. We had a 14-point lead. Everything is going smoothly. They can't do anything on offense against our defense. Just the match is going nice and smoothly, as you'd expect, really, as I thought the match would go. And then, for some reason, Bill Belichick decided to, just after we scored the second touchdown, went for an onside kick. Some fans are not going to be annoyed because it was a surprise play, and obviously if we got it, we probably would have gone and scored another touchdown and buried the game before halftime and made it a 21-0 lead. But the thing is, if it's one of those games where it's a back and forth touchdown score, like the game earlier on in the day, which was the Jacksonville-Tennessee game, each time one of those two teams possessed the ball, they'd score a touchdown. In that case, maybe the surprise onside kick so you can get the ball back and then try and double, your lead, basically. But when our defense was not allowing them anything, they weren't even looking close to going and scoring, so to just basically hand them a chance to go 50 yards was just, in my opinion, really, really dumb, considering they weren't looking like they were, we would have kicked the ball to them, probably stopped them again, and still had time to go and score again before half time. So we ended up doing that onside kick, losing it. They score a touchdown. We get the ball back, and then just before half time, we basically go 3 and out. So we go to punt the ball, and as we punt it, first of all, the special teams yesterday was atrocious. It was so fucking bad, right? It was just, yeah. Listen, guys, I'm going to kick off if I talk about it for too long. Just the fact that, so we go 3 and out, and then we go to punt the ball, and fair enough if it gets blocked, but you can't have it blocked the way it was. So we basically block everyone at the line of scrimmage, apart from one guy. It's as if we just, turned around and just opened a lane for him to run through. And the guy comes steaming through the line of scrimmage, no one near it, even trying to block him, and just flat out jumps on the punt. And then one of the other Eagles players picks it up, runs it back for a touchdown, 14 all with like 8 seconds to go. Just unbelievable. So then, it was probably by far Tom Brady's worst game of the year. But to begin with the second half, he still played decent near the end. He played really well near the end, actually, and played well up until it started going wrong, basically. But just out of half time, we got the ball to begin the second half, and we marched down the field, get to the 4-yard line, and then it's 3rd and 4 or something. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Can't really remember. It was not far out at all. And then Danny Amendola is nearly fucking triple covered, right? There is no way in hell this pass is getting completed. Tom Brady just tries to do it anyway. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. 99-yard return for a touchdown. Seriously. It was just so annoying. And then obviously after that we went 3 and out on offense, punted the ball, and this time if it's not the punt getting blocked for a touchdown, we punted it to Darren Sproles, who yesterday, by the way, was insane. Shout out to Darren Sproles and the Eagles in general. Not taking anything away from them, they were amazing. The game plan was brilliant. They pressured Tom all day, but Darren Sproles, man, was just a beast. So good. and then he basically returned the punt for like an 80-yard touchdown. So yeah, the Eagles won 35-28. With 7 minutes to go, they were up 35-14, and Tom Brady got 2 back-to-back touchdowns real quick. He was a beast near the end, but it was too late at that stage. The defense, I'm not going to say a bad word about them. They were great again. They only allowed 14 points out of the 35. They stopped the Eagles nearly every time they had the ball, apart from obviously the couple of touchdowns. And the first drive of the game, the Eagles were moving the ball up until they had I think it was a holding penalty that set them back. But apart from that, they didn't do much at all. But just Tom wasn't himself. But I don't blame him, because he's tried his best the last few weeks, going all the way back to the Giants game. Obviously, he had Gronk back then, but he's either had. It all started with Dion Lewis going down. Following week, it was Edelman. Then there was Amendola. Then Gronk. And Jamie Collins, Dante Hightower, the 2 linebackers being banged up. It's just as if each week that passes, one of the big guys, one of our best players gets injured per week. And obviously, the Patriots are probably the one team that can shove injuries to the side, and because they've done it so well in the past. But there's going to be a point where you just can't win every match. When you haven't got your best players. So yeah, and even though we had Amendola back, he didn't look at his normal self. He wasn't able to when he was running his routes, you could see he wasn't planting his leg properly. We had Jamie Collins back, but I thought we were going to have Jamie Collins and Dante Hightower. So I was thinking, when you get one of them, when you have both of them, obviously that's amazing, and I was expecting that. So then when I saw that Collins was going to be active, but then Hightower wasn't, it was a bit of the same situation as the games before, where it was like, well, great, we've got one of them, but we're still going to suffer because the other one's not there, and the depth is just atrocious at linebacker. Some of the other positions are pretty decent. Corner, after Butler and Ryan, it's not great. And I wanna say something about the receivers. Keyshawn Martin will probably be gone. At the end of the year, he's probably a number 5 receiver at best. And Jojo LaFell, what a non-show yesterday. Where was he? I didn't even think he was playing at times, to be honest. Scott Chandler, again, he did challenge it at one point, Brandon LaFell, for no-show of the match, least valuable player. But yeah, guys, just a frustrating match, because that's 2 weeks in a row where we've blown a 40-point lead. But it gives me confidence it just shows, with all the injured players, we've blown 2 14-point leads. We could so easily still be undefeated. So if you piece all the team back together like it was earlier on in the year, I don't think there's a chance. This is not arrogant, and I don't want it to come across that way, but I don't think there's a chance in hell, with all of our players that are out injured, especially the top players. I don't think there's any way in hell we're not undefeated with Carolina at this stage. Because if you look at the offense now compared to what it was a few weeks ago, when we had Gronk, Edelman, Lewis and Amendola all in the same team, it was unstoppable. It was just unstoppable. So, but yeah, just going to have to try and drag through the next couple of games, pick up a win or two if we can. I hope we get Gronk and Edelman back near the playoffs. And yeah, guys, so really frustrating game. But obviously, it's not, nothing we can do, nothing we can change about the results. So yeah, I'll probably be doing my picks video later tonight, and I'll have my best mate doing them with me, which is a change up. So that'll be pretty cool. So tune in for that. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon.